Welcome to the Hometown Bluegrass Show weekly podcast presented by Allen Music Shop. Co-hosts Tim Batts and 20-time Bluegrass Guitar Player of the Year Josh Williams will talk about the latest bluegrass news, interview folks in the industry, and give you lighthearted stories and music tips along the way. Now, here's Tim and Josh.
Hey everybody, this is Tim Batts, your host for the Hometown Bluegrass Show.
Now we off and running, ain't we?
We off and running now, baby.
And this is your hostess with the mostest here, Josh Williams.
That's right. The sexy Josh
That's
Williams.
right. The very lovely and talented
That's right.
me.
You are lovely, looking lovely in your work outfit tonight.
Thank you. Yes.
In the
Looking nice in my...
United Rentals uniform.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. For those of you who don't know, Josh does have a day job. He
Yeah.
works at United Rentals in Calvert City, Kentucky.
So all of you people that say don't quit your day job, I'm not gonna.
That's right. Oh, man, that's funny.
I used to be able to say when somebody would say that, I'd play or sing something, and they'd be like, hey, don't quit your day job. I'd be like, my day job is what I'm doing. Now I can't do that,
Yeah, that's
Now
right.
I'll just be like, hey, I won't.
That's right. Hey, I won't. Well, you do have a day job. You stay busy,
do,
but you've
yes.
Also been having a pretty busy night job here lately too. Staying busy with your music, man.
Oh, yeah.
Not that night job.
I was wondering where he's going with that. I was like, I don't
Well, I
don't know anything about this, but it's the massages.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
Oh, my
just
goodness.
check it out. Josh Williams,
Oh, stop it.
specialmassage.com.
Stop it. Don't even joke like that. Somebody will make one of those, and there I'll be.
And there you'll be.
Yeah.
No, you've been playing lots of music, man.
I have been. I've been playing quite a bit here lately. Been playing a lot with the old boss lady, Rhonda
Yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah, she's been keeping you.
Grand Ole Opry star, Rhonda Vincent.
Yeah. You got to hate those gigs when they call and say, hey, will you come play the Grand Ole Opry?
Yeah. No, I don't. I love them. I love every time. I would just soon play the Opry all the time and nowhere else, honestly.
Now, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, I mean, now don't get me wrong. There are other places I love to play, and I would definitely, I would be very, sad to miss certain places that I do play every year, or at least close to every year. And but playing the Opry is there's just nothing like it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's hardly anything that would even compare to it for sure.
Yeah.
When y'all played twice last week.
Yes,
how many,
Tuesday night and Wednesday night.
Yeah. So how many songs did you play each night? Because it's not like a full set, right? Is it?
It's roughly about 15 minutes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
3 songs.
Yeah, 3 to 4 songs
Gotcha.
most of the time. I think we usually, do about 3 usually.
Yeah.
Rhonda likes to talk and introduce everybody and stuff, which is really cool. We could, and we have in times past, gone up there and just bam, 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 and gotten 4 out, But
Yeah. Well, it's fun to kind of talk and get everybody introduced on stage and whatnot. So, was everybody in the band there? I mean, her normal people?
No, actually, Tuesday night, of course, I was there in Zach's place. And Tuesday night, Ron Stewart was there in Aaron's place. And then on Wednesday night, Scott Vestal was there. And then, of course, Brent Burke, her son-in-law and former dobro player for the Rage, was also there both nights along with me. So, yeah, it was really cool. But, of course, Mickey, is a almost 22-year staple there.
Right.
So, I mean, he lives there as well, lives in town. And Adam Haynes, the fiddle player, he lives just north of Nashville, so he can be down there pretty easily.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's not too far for them to go. So,
No.
Yeah. I did see a video on social media, on her Facebook page or something of you guys. I saw Ron Stewart and y'all backstage playing or something.
Yes,
So that was cool. I thought, well, old Ron's going to play with them. So.
Yeah, it was a fun night. Both nights were fun.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun.
Who
It
else
tends to get a little difficult sometimes to get there on,
a weeknight.
yeah, just because like a lot of the time she's opening the show, which means, when we start at 7:00. So that means I have to be there around 5:30, which is, if dealing with Nashville traffic, if I only allow 2 hours, that can be a mistake,
Right.
So tend to have to leave work a little bit early. But, thankfully, the guys that I work for and with are all, bluegrass fans for the most part and know what I did beforehand, and they try to, accommodate best they can. So
that's right. Thank you, management of United Rentals.
yes, big shout out to Adam.
That's right.
For being so cool about all of that stuff, and really appreciate him.
Absolutely. That takes a good boss to do that, and I'm sure they appreciate you when you're there too. So
Since I'm throwing names out, might as well say Brian too, because he's pretty cool too.
there you go.
He's
Yeah,
our ISR up there at the front desk. He's a great dude.
Yeah, get them all. That's for sure.
And a veteran. He's a Army veteran.
Wow,
So,
that's awesome. Thank you for your service, Brian.
yeah, I work with some good guys.
That's cool. That's a good deal. Well, thank you for listening to the Hometown Bluegrass Show podcast. This is our 39th episode, I believe it is.
That sounds right.
Yeah, 30. We did 38 last week with John Metter, and so we're on episode 39 and rocking and rolling on through here.
Oh, John Meador.
Yeah, if you missed last week, we had John Metter, the lead singer for Authentic Unlimited, or I guess he's lead singer. I don't know. They all sing a lot, but
Yeah, every one of them's a lead singer almost.
no doubt. Lots of talented guys in that group, but had a fun time with John and really, really enjoyed our chat with him. So hope you guys go back and listen to that. Check it out. We were excited last week. Also, was our first week with our brand new sponsors, our presenting sponsors with Paige Capos and Banjo Ben. So
Yes.
really excited about that. Our first winner last week was Mr. Dwayne Hess, one of Capo from Paige Capos. And so he listened to the podcast first thing Friday, actually, and heard our little trivia question. And we asked what year did
Flatt and Scruggs
yeah.
perform with Bill Monroe
Yeah.
on the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah. So he was the first one to comment on our Hometown Bluegrass Show Facebook page and won the free capo from Paige Capos.
And for those that are out there listening, what was the correct answer?
1945. We were going to accept 45 or 46 because we weren't exactly sure.
Yeah,
But,
I think it was like December or something, 45, wasn't
It
it?
may have been, yes. It was right on the cusp of it, but I was going to accept whichever one. But
Well, most people consider it to be 1946, but that's actually when they recorded.
yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, so that's when, but bluegrass actually came to life in later 45 on the stage of the Ryman Auditorium at the Grand Ole Opry.
Right, because Bill had played there several times before.
Yes, Bill had
Quite a
been
while, didn't he?
he'd been a member for quite some time.
Yeah. But it wasn't until that magical sound of Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs that kind of made it come to life.
Yes, that three-fingered style banjo, and it was never the same.
Never the same. That's for sure. There's a song about that, I think, isn't it?
Could you imagine? I mean, obviously that was before us, but could you imagine what those folks must have felt when they heard that for the first time ever?
Yeah.
That must have been electric. That must have been just
hearing it, and
it's
crazy.
We've taken it for granted because of that.
Yeah.
Like it's always been around to us, but hearing that for the first time, that had to have really been something.
I guess they were mostly used to hearing like clawhammer style, right? Like Grandpa Jones kind of style.
Clawhammer, two fingers, a lot of strumming, know. So
yeah, that's
I know
cool.
Uncle Dave Macon was a big staple for the Grand Ole Opry, you know, for way earlier than that even, he used to ride a team of horses or team of mules or something from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, all the way up to the Opry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, has the tuning always been the same on a banjo, mostly like the way it's tuned now in open G? Or
for the most part, it kind of depends on, I mean, there are some other ways of tuning it.
That wasn't something that just started with Earl Scruggs, kind of.
No. That was the tuning for 5-string. I think was pretty much always the same for the most part. I mean, there was some people that played it out of a C, which basically you would just tune the 4-string that's a D, tune it down, and then a lot of people would tune the B string up to C. But most people played out of the open G.
Now,
like
how's a 4-string banjo tuned? What are the?
Well, it depends. If it's a tenor or a plectrum, which is, like the plectrum is like basically a 4-string without the 5th string on the, it's full size, full length neck. The tenor is a shorter one. So a lot of times people would tune a tenor banjo like a mandolin.
Gotcha.
And then, but the plectrum would just be the bottom 4 strings of a banjo.
Oh, okay. Which are?
DGBD.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have never even played a banjo. So
I can tell.
exactly.
But what you have done, though, you have put a banjo capo on a mandolin, so that's close. I will never let you live that down. I done choked him up, folks.
Oh, man. You are a peckerhead. Beep. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you good.
Oh, Lordy. Well, I was glad you finally brought my mandolin back. You've had it for like 2 months. So.
Yeah, I know. Your capo's probably needed a home.
I sold it on eBay or something. You're such a jerk.
No, I figured your capo had been here somewhere waiting on its home to come back. Is what
I
it was.
did take it out of the case when you took it. That's for sure. I didn't want to hear about it. I'm still hearing about
You're
it.
still going to hear about it regardless.
Oh, man. Yeah, so you can tell I'm not a pure mandolin
Hey, man,
player.
if you do it one time, it's going to be every time.
Exactly. Oh, man. That's funny.
And you know that Dalton Harper's laughing right now, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a jerk, too. So both of them are jerks.
That's so funny.
Oh, man. Anyway, well, thanks for listening to the Hometown Bluegrass Show, and so thankful for Paige Capos that they
That's right.
are here to give us a free capo each and every episode. So when we come back, we're gonna have a trivia question or figure out some way to give one away. Yeah. But and Banjo Ben Clark, we're so excited to have them. Go to banjobenclark.com. The general store has all kinds of bluegrass and musical instruments, as well as all kinds of accessories and everything you could possibly want to play great music. And we will give you 10% off just about anything on there. All you got to do is use the promo code HOMETOWN when you go on to banjobenclark.com and go on there and purchase something, and we'll gladly give you 10% off. We just automatically deduct that out of Josh's salary here at the Hometown Bluegrass Show.
That's right.
And we'll just give that discount to you.
That's right.
We're here to serve our faithful listeners.
That's
So,
right. Money out of my own pocket.
That's right. Exactly right. So, but we'll come back. We're going to get Josh to play a song. We've had a request from one of his early albums, and going to have him tune that up and play that.
Be happy to do that. And then we got a special guest coming up tonight.
That's right. We got Mr. Jeff Parker is going to be on the line with us, and excited about that. So,
Go, Parker, go.
that's right. Hang on. We'll be back right after this.
Don't go nowhere.
Allen Music, located in historic downtown Paducah, Kentucky, is your source for fine guitars and all types of acoustic instruments. At Allen Music, we are experienced and enthusiastic players of everything we offer. Allen Music is family owned and has been serving musicians since 1976. So stop by and thank them for supporting bluegrass music. Allen Music, 215 Kentucky Avenue, downtown Paducah, or check them out online at allenmusicshop.com.
Custom Automotive in Calvert City, Kentucky has been a family-operated business for over 50 years. When you call Custom Automotive, you'll talk to an experienced tire and wheel expert. They install wheels and tires on thousands of vehicles every year in addition to their online sales. Stop by and thank them for supporting bluegrass music. Custom Automotive, Highway 62, Calvert City, Kentucky, 270-395-7611. Or visit them online at customautoonline.com.
The Lake House Inn at Sled Creek has undergone complete renovation in 2023. Our outdoor space is unlike any other at Kentucky Lake. With 2 in-ground pools, 18 rooms, and 4 cabins, we're just a stone's throw away from Kentucky Dam. If you're looking to make memories with your family, this nostalgic inn is for you. Welcome to your lake house, where modern meets rustic and becomes home. Reserve online at lakehouseinn.com.
Howdy, friends. I'm Banjo Ben Clark, and you're listening to my good buddies, Tim Batts and Josh Williams, on the Hometown Bluegrass Show. You've tuned in because you like valuable conversation about the world's best music. And if you want more good stuff like that, come on over to my website, banjobenclark.com, where you can learn how to play and purchase anything you might need when it comes to bluegrass-related instruments and accessories. My Gold Pick members over there can access hundreds of lessons for banjo, guitar, and mandolin, with all kinds of resources to help you move on down the road with your picking skills. And if you're looking to purchase something, the deals can't be beat at Banjo Ben's General Store. All there on the same website, banjobenclark.com. Now back to the show.
All right. Thank you, Banjo Ben. Be sure and go check them out, banjobenclark.com. And just type in the promo code HOMETOWN and you will get 10% off of your order. This does not include their online lessons, but just about everything else on the store. So thank you so much. And thank you for Paige Capos being a great sponsor. And we're going to ask a question now. So if you want to win a free Paige Capo or $50 towards something else on there, then all you got to do is when this podcast comes out on Friday, November the 1st.
November 1st, yeah.
Yeah, wow. November is already here. This will be out Friday, November 1st, that morning. And I will post a link to it on our Facebook page, the Hometown Bluegrass Show. Be the first one to comment the correct answer to this question. And what is the question this week there, Mr. Williams?
Well, the question is going to go along here with the song I'm about to sing.
Okay. We had a
had a special request.
Yes. Chad Harpole wrote in, and he's a faithful listener of the show, and we do appreciate him writing in. He's from Central Kentucky. Said he loves the podcast, and I want to hear Josh do a song from his early album called Moonlight Motor Inn. Is that right? Moonlight Motor Inn, yes.
Yeah. True story as well. Cool. That was the actual place. So the question is this. I learned this song a very long time ago. And in fact, I recorded it a very long time ago. It was initially came out on my first album on Pinecastle Records in 2001. I was a young pup. The question about this song is, where did I learn this song?
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you are familiar with this song at all, you'll know. And we'll talk more about it maybe next time. So that way, because there will be more information with this. But I'm just curious to know who out there may know where I got this song from.
Not necessarily who wrote the song, but
correct. Yeah, not necessarily who wrote the song, although the songwriter is not where I learned this from.
Okay.
So it was recorded before, and I had that album, and I learned it from him.
I got you. Okay.
So I'm just curious to see who can come up with the correct answer on that.
Well, there you go. We'll be the first one to comment this Friday morning, November 1st, after you listen to the podcast, and if you're the first one, then you'll win a Paige Capo. So.
That's right. All right, so here we go.
So set this song up a little bit. Tell us. You said it's a true story, so
it is a true story. It tells itself for the most part. Yeah. So my dad had a motorhome that he called the Moonlight Motor Inn. That's awesome. Not what this song's about, but yeah, definitely came after the fact. But anyway, that's cool. Very cool song. In 46, we moved out here to Beaumont, start a little business of our own. They built the freeway through in 62. Everything we had's now lost and gone. I see them in the distance from my window. The faces in the cars look straight ahead. They roll on by too loud for comfort, but too far away to rent a motel bed. So if you're passing on your way from Palm Springs to L.A., give away the good old Dave. Say hello to of progress and goodbye to the Moonlight Motor Inn. Mother's sleeping in her bedroom. Her TV shows are the only life she has. Our son's now a captain in the Air Force. But he can't find the time to ride his proud old dad. And our daughter wants to leave the place at 18 and run away with the jobless Beaumont man. Hitchhike out of California and make a life in the Rocky Mountain land. So if you're passing on your way from Palm Springs to L.A., give a wave to good old Dave. Say hello to progress and goodbye to the Moonlight Motor Inn. The sun comes up behind the freeway and sets down by the dried up swimming pool. Can't make the payments on the mortgage, can't turn the red ink into blue. The weeds are growing through the gravel, the blacktop's cracked and partly washed away. And our neon sign points in the wrong direction. The Moonlight Motor Inn closed down today. So if you're passing on your way from Palm Springs to L.A., give a wave to good old Dave. Say hello to progress and goodbye to the Moonlight Motor Inn. Give a wave to good old Dave. Say hello to progress and goodbye to the Moonlight Motor Inn.
It's a good song.
Give a wave to good old Dave. Say hello to progress and goodbye to the Moonlight Motor Inn.
That's awesome, man. I was just looking at the credits here on your album on it. We were just talking about Ron Stewart. He played on that original recording.
He did. He played fiddle on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Chris Thiele, Missy Raines, Ron Stewart, Dave Parmley, and Don Rigsby. So,
That's right. Yeah. And the reason that he played fiddle on it and not banjo is because I was playing banjo on that song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing guitar?
David Parmley.
I guess that
Now,
makes sense.
I did the guitar solo that's on there.
Yeah. He's
But
played
yeah,
rhythm.
he's playing all the rhythm.
Huh.
And Thiele came in and played on it.
What he played?
He played. He actually played a really cool mandolin. It was one of Lynn Dudenbostel's mandolins, but it had a Verzi tone producer in it. It was really cool. Which I don't know if you know much about that.
I do not know.
It was a wooden disc about this big that's suspended in the middle of the body of the mandolin.
Inside of it.
Inside of it, yeah.
Huh. Wow.
They gave him a different sound, you know.
Well, I mean, what? Can you describe the sound? What it did to him? Like, is it?
No, it's just a different sound.
Huh.
You know, you just have to hear, and you can, if you go through the album, you can hear, you know, basically a regular mandolin, and then, in fact, there's a couple of tracks on there with Thiele playing a different mandolin.
Really?
And then a lot of this particular album, was tracked when Thiele and I were about 16.
Really?
Which would have been about 1996, 97.
Really?
Yeah.
So it didn't come out until 5 or 6 years later then.
Right. We had started the album and had maybe, I know we had If You Were Mine was a track, and we had, let's see, what else did we have on there? We had Tennessee Blues was a track, and then Moonlight Motor Inn. It may have just been those two, actually. We may have cut Moonlight. No, Moonlight would have been a track because they were initially recorded when David Parmley and Scott Vestal were still together, and they had a studio in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. That's
Now you wrote Now That You're Gone, right?
I did, yes.
Didn't you say that was your very first song?
Yeah.
I thought that's
First
what
song
you
I've
told me
ever
one
written.
time.
I haven't written a whole lot after that. But I have. That was the first song I ever wrote.
It's really one of my favorite tracks. Now, I love Many a Mile. It's one of my favorite songs. But Now That You're Gone is a great song, man.
Well, thank you.
Really good. Really good song. Well, cool.
very much.
Great version. Thank you for writing in and telling us what you want to hear. We love hearing from you guys. So please check us out on Facebook, the Hometown Bluegrass Show Facebook page. And we want to hear your questions and comments and requests and
Absolutely.
Marriage proposals and all those things we want to hear. So, well, I'm married, but Josh isn't. So, any rich single ladies out there.
Oh, the single ladies. Where's the clever ladies when you need them?
That's right. Exactly. So, we're excited about our guest tonight. Mr. Jeff Parker has some very exciting news that he's going to share with us, and we're going to talk with him and hear what's going on in his world and all that he's been up to. And
I'm so glad we got him on the show.
Me too, man. I love Jeff. He was here in Ballard County just a month or two ago and played a show right here, Mimi's Pizza in La Center, Kentucky, and it was a great show. Wish the crowd had been bigger for him, but we had a great time. So.
Well, it's probably everybody in La Center, wasn't it?
Yeah, all 8 of us was there. Yeah, we had a great time. So.
The whole family.
That's right. The whole family was there. So
I tell you what, man, a lot of people, Jeff is known for being able to sing really, really high.
Yeah.
And he can. And I don't know how he does it, but he's got probably one of the best vocal ranges of anybody ever.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of low register that people don't realize.
He does. Lots of range. And
you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
He reminds me of my friend Joe Diffie. That's
Yep.
who he reminds me of.
Yeah.
He has that tone to his voice, but also he just has that vocal range that just seems to have no end. And Joe was like that.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, we're going to talk with him and hear what he's got to say. And when we come back, we'll have Mr. Parker on the line. So hang with us.
For over 50 years, Puckett's Jewelry in Benton, Kentucky has been a trusted choice for fine jewelry that will last a lifetime and help you celebrate life's most precious moments. The new owners, Bart and Hannah Lewis, are excited to continue the Puckett's Jewelry legacy in Marshall County and are proud to support bluegrass music. Puckett's Jewelry on the Square in Benton, Kentucky. Visit them online at puckettsjewelry.com.
Discover the hidden gems of Kentucky's Great River Road, winding through Ballard, Carlisle, Hickman, and Fulton counties along the mighty Mississippi River. From breathtaking river views to charming small towns, this scenic byway offers adventure at every turn. Explore rich history, savor local flavors, and enjoy outdoor activities like hiking, fishing, and wildlife watching. Kentucky's Great River Road, where the beauty of the Mississippi meets the heart of small-town Kentucky. Come for the journey, stay for the experience. Plan your trip today at kygrro.com.
Mark your calendars now for Saturday, November 23rd, as 2 of the hottest bands in bluegrass music, Authentic Unlimited and Southern Legacy, are banding together with several of your favorite bluegrass artists to present an unforgettable evening of music at the Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Special guests will include the Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Larry Cordell, Balsam Range's own award-winning bass player Tim Surratt. Also appearing is Jesse Wells from Tyler Childers and the Food Stamps. Many more guest artists to be announced soon. Blue Debut will be opening the show at 7 p.m. Get tickets now at macarts.com and be a part of this incredible event. The artists are generously donating their time and talent to benefit the charity organization Samaritan's Purse. By banding together, we can all make a difference. Get your tickets today at macarts.com.
Hey, this is Josh Williams for Page Capos. The Page Capo is lightweight, durable, and quickly attaches and allows you to change frets with ease. With controlled tension capabilities, Page Capo always stays in tune. But don't just take my word for it. Page Capos is also used by folks like Vince Gill, Ron Block, Tim O'Brien, Cody Kilby, Tommy Emmanuel, and James Taylor. So don't trust just any capo. Use what the pros use. Listen to the Hometown Bluegrass Show podcast for your chance to win a Page Capo on every episode. Do what I do and trust Page Capos. Order online at pagecapo.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hometown Bluegrass Show. I'm Tim Batts, your host, along with Josh Williams.
Yes, that's right. Right here.
And we are here and excited to be talking to Mr. Jeff Parker on the phone. How you doing,
right.
buddy?
I'm doing good, guys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing good. So ask me away, and I'll try to answer any questions or just talk about myself. I had this saying one time. One of my best friends, Steve Gully, he said, "I'll tell you all about myself, buddy."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we want to hear all about yourself, man. We're here in far western Kentucky, and you're right there in kind of central Kentucky, aren't you?
Yeah, central, mainly, Appalachia's more of an east, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
East of my hometown, which is Brea, Kentucky. I live a little bit east now.
Yeah.
Up there on the farm, but I'm not a farmer.
Oh, yeah? You just raise grass?
Just grass and mow, buddy. That's about it.
That sounds like what I do.
And I don't do much mowing because I hire it done,
There you go. Well, you're a busy man on the road and traveling, playing music. So what's been going on with you?
Well, like I say, I've done a few bookings this year with my band, Jeff Parker and Company. And we've done probably 30 dates maybe this year. Not a lot. It seems like it's hard to get. You can get the bookings if you want to play for nothing, But
right.
Tell me about it.
But so anyway, I've been busy with that. Then of course I've been in the studio. The label I'm with is Sammy Passamano down in Nashville. His record label 615 Hideaway Records in Nashville, and we started out recording some singles, and we just released a single. He's trying to release. We first had thought we would release a single about every 2 months, but we pushed that a little bit. Now we're trying to release a single at least every 4 months. So I think I have maybe 4 more songs to complete a project, then I will have that available probably on the flash drive or something. But right now we're our next single release in December, and then I try to get him a couple of songs recorded, to keep ahead of it a little bit so he'll have something to put out,
Right.
But I've been busy with that, and of course, I do a lot of, or have been, scaled that back a lot of painting. I do a lot of houses, and people says, "Why are you painting houses?" And I said, "Well, I like to eat, and I like to make money, So I've been very busy with painting. I call myself the singing painter.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm painting, I'll just sing a little song, and entertain the people and paint their house and get the check and move on."
There you go.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's been real busy though. When I started doing that, when COVID come in, as you guys know, it shut everything down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, after they let us get out of the house a little bit, I started advertising for some painting jobs because I was a painter by trade for years ago. And I hadn't done any like probably 22, 23, 24 years. And I said, I'm going to make me a little post on Facebook. So if I can get any work, man, I stayed busy with residential work,
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of hard work. but now things is picking up, so I'm scaling that back, because I'm a one-man operation. I have a helper occasionally, but other than that, man, it's been busy, and I've had to do something, and but so between the painting and trying to book a few dates with my band, and of course I've been filling in a lot of dates with Daly and Vincent this year and last year as well. They call me a lot, and I work the Opry with them a whole lot.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty busy.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure that feels like home. I mean, you played with them for how many years?
Well, I was with them probably at least 11 years, because we started rehearsing when I left Lonesome River Band, and I think it was December or something like that of '06, and when they decided to go to form Daly and Vincent, when they called me, I said, well, I'm interested. And anyway, we got together and played a little bit, and they decided to put Daly and Vincent together. And they first originally was going to call it the Daly and Vincent Band. And then later on, which is a smart move for them guys, they decided to just call it Daly and Vincent. That way, whoever comes and goes, it's still Daly and Vincent, which is a smart business move,
Right.
But yeah, I was a part of that band for at least 10 years, and I think we rehearsed a year before we actually, when our first date was December of 2006 at the Grand Ole Opry. So that's when we kicked off, and we started touring in '07.
Wow.
I think I'm right on. No,
Yeah.
Let me back up a minute, guys. I told you wrong. We started touring in 2008, but our first date was the 29th of December in 2007. That was the first date.
I got
That's
you.
Opry.
Okay.
But yeah, I worked with them, done a lot of recordings, several recordings and things. Then, stayed a long time, 10, 11 years. And, when I decided I wanted to try to put because I'm a bluegrasser, and I thought, well, I believe I want to try to put me a little band together and play what I could book, it was taking a chance on it. And I was off to a good start. Then COVID hit us, everything. And it pretty much, I could not have left at the worst time, because the timing was bad, because nobody knew that COVID was coming in.
Yeah.
So I lost out. It was going good, so I lost out and didn't get we had recorded, Jeff Parker Company, we had recorded 2 full projects, and which I never had a chance to really get those distributed, And then I had a little bus, and I ended up selling that and just a bunch of stuff. So my investment I had in that, I had to eat, because you couldn't recoup it, But
Of course.
but things change. But moving on ahead, later on I put it back together and said, well, we'll try it again, and with different players,
Yeah.
It's done pretty good. It didn't work out a lot. Everybody wants to get as many dates as you can, of course, but I didn't want a bunch. But man, it just seemed like it was harder to get bookings, because a lot of the festivals I was reaching out to, they had to prior to what they already had booked, and they had to reach back when they got started back up to get the bands they had booked prior to COVID, so they had to. So a lot of them, they was going to use the bands before, so
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of them, but I got what I could. And
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 was weird for a lot of people because of that. It ended up being a makeup year for 20. So,
yep.
yeah,
That's
anybody
exactly what
that
it
had
is.
anything new going on in 21 was just kind of out of luck.
Oh yeah. That's exactly right. And yeah, you was out of luck. You couldn't get nothing, because, like I said, and like you said, they was doing makeup, to try to get things that. Of going back with the bands they had, So a new band and not established, which I've been around a long time, but, when you don't have a established band and, it does make a difference, as y'all know.
Yeah.
But
So let's go back before Lonesome River Band. What did you do before them?
before Lonesome River Band, I was working at home in my hometown, Berea. I was working at a hospital.
Oh, okay.
And I was probably there several years. I was the painting coordinator for the hospital, and I done contract jobs for them. Then later on, they offered me a full-time position, so I done that for a while, and I was doing that. Then playing, I was a weekend player, had a local band. Me and my brother had a little local band. Was called Wilderness Trail, and we just booked a few things that was local, something to satisfy our ego, And so I done that and worked at the hospital. And I was actually working at the hospital when I got the call from Lonesome River Band. And Steve Gully, bless his heart, one of my good friends, he had called me and said, "Man, you need to be playing." That's, man, at that time, I really, didn't want to be on the road or anything. Make a long story short. So he said, "Well, buddy, Lonesome River Band's going to be looking for somebody," because Don Rigsby was going to be leaving. And I said, "Well, you can mention me to them." I said, "If they're interested, and I said, I'd never be able to do that, I don't think. But anyway, Steve gave him my number, and Ronnie Bowman called me. Actually, I was sitting in the maintenance shop at the hospital when Ronnie Bowman called me. And he said, "Hey, man," he said, "how you doing?" He said, "You was recommended by Steve Gully." And he said, "We're going to be needing a mandolin player, tenor singer. Would you be interested?" And I thought, well, yes, I'd be interested. I don't know if I could cut the gig or not, but it worked out, at that time, because Ronnie and Sammy, when I went and played with them, and I guess you call it an audition, and they said, "Yeah, man, we like what you do." And he said, "But now," he said, what's going to happen?" He said, "Sammy and I," he said, "we can assure you there's going to be a Lonesome River Band." But at that time, he said, "But either I'm going to take the band and move on forward, or Sammy." So, it worked out that Sammy bought Ronnie out, so they never missed a lick, because I told them, I said, "Well, I don't want to really get in on it on a sinking ship, but it worked out. And they hired me, and Ronnie, in his way, Sammy bought it out. And I guess we worked 90 days that first year and put out a CD, a window of time, and it was a good timing, I guess. And I stayed with Sammy about 5.5 years, actually.
Wow.
And so it worked out good, and good friends, and I really enjoyed it. Then of course later on, while I was with them, Jamie had called me 2 or 3 times, and I met him, Darren, and they was talking about putting the band together, and asked me would I be interested, and I said, yeah. And my words to them 2 guys, I said, well, I believe, I said, if you 2 guys can't make it work, nobody can. That's exactly what I told them. Mm-hmm. And I was right, because it's been very successful for them guys. And so anyway, I gave my notice to Sammy and started rehearsing with Daly and Vincent, and that's pretty much how it went. So
now, are you like a lot of bluegrass artists where you just grew up, playing the mandolin and singing in a family full of music?
Yeah.
Or
my dad, my family is musical, but none of them never worked the road or anything. But I grew up in church, and me and Dad, my brother, we done a lot of playing, singing, and our home church and different churches. We'd do a festival occasionally. But my dad was a banjo player, and he was a good player, and so I've been around music all my life,
Mm-hmm.
But as a traditional player, I always say I'm not I'm not a modern day mandolin player or nothing like that. I don't think, but pretty much traditional bluegrass. But
Yeah.
I've played with it all my life, and I've been doing it many years now.
Yeah, you
And it worked out good.
definitely have for sure. Well, you guys are entertaining. I mean, you guys were here in my hometown in La Center, Kentucky, not too long ago, playing at Mimi's Pizza, and
Yeah.
I went up there and saw you guys. And I mean, if folks hadn't seen you, they need to get out and see you. You guys are a blast to watch, man.
Well, it's worked out pretty good, and I enjoyed that event right there too. I hope you'll keep that going and grow the crowd there. Because
Yeah, he's trying to. He's expanded and even bought another restaurant here in town, and so
that's what he told me.
Yeah, so they're hoping to have even a better place to play than they did before. So hopefully they'll have you guys
I hope
back.
so, and I hope so, and hope I can with my schedule. The newest thing with me that's going on right now, I'll go ahead and add. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of fill-in with David Vincent when I wasn't booked or available. When they'd call, if I was available, I would fill in with them. But Jamie and Darren offered me the job back with them a couple of times, and back in December, I'm still trying to do what I can do, and so they called me again, I guess last month, and said, "Would you be interested in coming back? We'd like to have you back if you'd be interested." And so we had us a phone conference, and so it worked out, and so I did accept the job back with Daly and Vincent full time.
Wow.
But I can't go back. I can't go back to full time. I still have some dates in November to do, and December with my band, and which, as Josh would know, keeping band members is hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not real busy, but so a couple of guys I had up around Virginia, they live so far away, 10 hours from me, and they decided they couldn't do it anymore. So the last few bookings that I've been doing, of course, Jake Vanover is still with me doing that, and which I've been using whoever's available for banjo and upright bass, and harmony. So, but it's been working out. But I told Daly Vincent, I said, well, we had a talk, and and the price was right, and for me, and I said, well, I just figured maybe it's good for me, so I did accept the job. So I'm going to be back with Daly Vincent full time, but when and it'll be official. It'll be official by the first of the year, and even though with my schedule, I've still got some dates to do with them in November, and I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 of the Christmas shows with them in December. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
With my schedule, and so they said, well, if then if you can't start back full time, here's the list of dates we hope you can do. So I have been busy with them. We was in rehearsal last week because they're fixing to film 13 new episodes for a new TV show for 2025.
Wow.
So, man, and I've been out of that loop in what they do for a while, 5 years other than filling in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, we've been having just vocal rehearsal, Jamie and me and Darren and Aaron, the bass singer, and working up 13 episodes. We're actually going in filming this TV show in November. I think it's November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, and we'll be doing that in Nashville.
Yeah.
And
well, that's exciting, man.
So that's exciting, and but at the same time, which they're going to have a busy schedule next year. It's they told me it's going to be real busy, but I still want to do. I won't be, because I've been booking myself. It's just hard to find a booking agent that will get on the phone. Unless you're unless you're well established or something, man. There's so many bands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have got to get on that phone and reach out to people if you go get any work. I mean, that way for me now. Now, Josh being the star he is, Dad Mitchell, all them guys, and you know they probably call them, but I have to get on the phone and
Oh, I
try
wish
to
that
get
were
work,
true.
You know,
I wish that was so.
Yeah. His phone's ringing off the wall right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and I wouldn't doubt it, because old Josh there, he whatever you need, he can get it done. I ain't saying this because he's on the phone here, but
Yeah.
he's one of the best. But seriously,
Well, thank you, Jeff.
when time allows, you're welcome, my friend. When time allows, I still want to do a few shows here and there with as Jeff Parker and Company.
Of course. Yeah.
And with whoever is available, that's who I'd use. So that's what I want to do, and I'm going to continue recording music with the record label I'm on in Nashville, and when I mentioned that to Daly and Vincent, and they was fine with that. So I want to still be able to record music and pitch it out there to people, and and guide people to my website to try to sell a cap or a coffee cup or CD or a shirt or something. I mean,
Absolutely.
it helps the grocery bill.
Absolutely. Well, you got a great looking website, jeffparkerandcompany.com, and I saw those hats on there. There's some good looking hats on there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be putting what stuff I've got available now. I don't stock much, but I'm trying to sell what I can. Then the year, then we're going to add some stuff if I can make enough money, to have stuff available. Of course, sell my CDs on there and shirts and caps and what I said, whatever I can get. And kindly, I would like to push people to my website, jeffparkerandcompany.com, folks. That's jeffparkerandcompany.com. You can buy a T-shirt, a cap, a coffee mug, and I got some little glasses on there. Not seeing glasses now; they're little drinking glasses. I got my logo on there. But anyway, I hope people will check that out, and I'll be pushing that along, as I can.
Absolutely.
We're all out here in the same boat, trying to make a dollar and doing what we love.
Absolutely. Well, you've done it great.
So that's what's going on.
You've done a great job of it for many years, man. We love your music and love you, and so excited about the future that you got and new opportunities with Daly and Vincent. And
yeah, and congrats on taking that gig back, man. I know exactly how that feels. Being, you go out, you do your own thing, and then something happens, and you're welcome back to where, they were. Obviously a big reason a lot of people know who you are, but you were a humongous part of their sound,
It's been a great platform for me, and you're right. It's been a platform for people to know who I am, being able to be on the stage with those guys, and, and I've created some good friendship and seemed like a good fan base, which adds to their show as well as mine,
Oh, absolutely. You guys had a great chemistry. I've seen you many times over the years. And
and the
three
singing.
of y'all, the harmonies and the chemistry and the friendship. I mean, it was second to none, really.
It just seems to me, it just seems like it's the right fit for me all the way around, with what we was doing with the antics, working with Jamie and Darren, I can have little antics and not just be stuck there, froze in one spot. To just try to, I try to have a little humor and, be part of the show, and at the same time support Daly and Vincent, on the stage, and not try to star out, and they feature me on songs, and then when they do that, they let me have this, they let me shine, so it's nice of them to do that. And because, when I get the chance, I might be out in the crowd or jump off the stage or anything. Well, I can't jump off the stage. I'm a little heavy.
Don't pull a hammy.
But it's all about trying to entertain the people, because I do love what I do. I still, I'll be 64 years old coming up, my next birthday, and I want to be able to do this a few more years. If I had any money, I'd just retire. But,
understand that.
But I just I still have the passion for the music, and talking with Daily Bits, to me, I've been filling in a lot, but it just seems like it's. I think it's a good fit for me, and it seems like we just our vocals, the way we sing, and the chemistry, as you said, it just seems like it feels right,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it is right, in my opinion, and I'm excited for you, buddy. So. Well, Jeff, thanks for taking the time to talk with us, man. We're going to let you go. And, hey, we want to play one of your songs for you, for everybody. How about your latest single? Why don't you set this up for us?
Yeah, the last single, I think they released this last month, I believe it is. And this song is the original song, and the guy sent to me, David Stewart out, and Josh probably knows him. Mm-hmm. He's a songwriter. He pitched me this song, and I liked it, and I thought, well, if I can change a few things to where it features everybody to shine a little bit instrumental-wise, and trio singing, I just liked it. I liked the tempo of it. So we thought we'd record it, and it's titled In Love on the 615 Hideaway Records in Nashville, Tennessee. Jeff Parker and Company.
Well, we're going to give it a listen here, buddy. Thanks for taking the time, man. We love you. We love your music, and you just keep it up, and we're excited for 2025.
Thank you, Josh. Good to see you guys. Thanks for calling. We'll check with you later.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you, Jeff.
Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
I was thumbing on the shoulder of a dead-end road one rainy night in Georgia when my heart got stole. A sugar mama in her hot pink Cadillac rocked me all the way to Memphis with the top road back. I'm in love and it feels so good. My mama always told me true love should. Feels even better than she said it would. I'm in love and it feels so good. Rolling out of Memphis like a downhill train. Radio blaring Elvis, that boy can sing. She said I sound kinda like him when I sing Hound Dog. Viva Las Vegas via Arkansas. I'm in love and it feels so good. My mama always told me true love should. Feels even better than she said it would. I'm in love and it feels so good. Later, alligator, you slowpoke, you. Ain't nothing left to say, we done said I do. We're headed for a Honolulu honeymoon. Aloha to Hawaii, we'll be leaving soon. I'm in love and it feels so good. My mama always told me true love would. Feels even better than she said it should. I'm in love and it feels so good. My mama always told me true love would. Feels even better than she said it should. I'm in love and it feels so good.
What a great song by Mr. Jeff Parker, and so excited about his new music. I'm in love. What a great song.
What a great guy. Great singer.
What a great singer. You were right. He does have quite the vocal range. I didn't hardly recognize him in the beginning of that song.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's as strong a lead singer as he is a tenor singer.
Yeah, that's for sure. We're so excited about his coming back to Daly and Vincent. That's just, I think, what so many people know him by is just being part of that great powerhouse group. And
he was a big part of their sound. He's a big part of what made them who they are, and I love the fact that they recognize that.
Yeah.
There's always like a magic that happens with certain people.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I had that with Rhonda whenever I was in with those guys. And hated to leave that. But other things are.
Yep.
Important at the moment in my life, like my kids.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I still get the opportunity to go back and hang and fill in with her and stuff. And
you get the best of both worlds. So
I do. I'm a very blessed man in that right.
That's for sure. Life happens, and but one saying we got around here is the family's always first. So
that's right.
Well, we're proud that you're part of our family, and we're excited about the fundraiser you guys are doing with Authentic Unlimited, November 23rd, that you just heard about. And just wanted to mention that Josh and I serve on the board for Jackson Purchase Friends of Bluegrass, and we're also doing a fundraiser with Southern Legacy. They're coming to the Kentucky Opry in Benton, Kentucky, Josh's hometown, and going to team up Colton Baker with Russell Moore and Third Time Out. Is going to be there performing, and then Josh and the Southern Legacy guys are going to be there, and we're going to try to raise more money for the Hurricane Helene victims in Western North Carolina and specifically Haywood County. So try to give back to those people who have been devastated from all that. So
absolutely
excited to be a part of that. So, but great show. So happy to have Jeff Parker on, and it's been fun, man. You got a busy week coming up? Playing music anywhere?
No, I don't think so. Not this coming week.
Maybe you can get to rest a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. When will this air? This will air
Friday, November 1st.
November 1st. Maybe the coming week I'll be doing another Opry date with Rhonda.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, but and then in the next couple of weeks, Southern Legacy will be down in Florida.
Wow.
We'll be down at Palatka at the the Palatka Bluegrass Festival down there at the Road Heavers Boys Ranch. So
cool. Well, that's awesome. So, well, be sure and listen to the podcast and listen for the trivia question that we talked about earlier. Be the first to answer on that on our Facebook page Friday morning, and you could be a winner of a free Page Capo.
That's right. You are watching that, right? Because I'm not going to be awake at that time when that usually comes out.
I watch it. I take care of it.
Are you up all the time whenever it comes out?
Absolutely. 24/7.
Are you really? I don't believe you.
We'll see y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
This has been a Bats Creative Audio production.